Start with my name again and just go into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name's Tim Morrison. I'm with the St. Louis Area Foodbank. I've been here almost 4 years. I really became very active right before the height of COVID hit, and we had very few volunteers. The demand for food was really high, but we had a lot of work to do. But I was humbled by people's willingness to reach out and give of themselves. But that was not my first experience with the food bank. My starting with the food bank actually began over 30 years ago as a coach and a teacher when I had first moved to St. Louis. And so there were food drives that happened within our school. The kids were going to get awarded. Whatever class got the most food was going to get some award, donuts in the morning for breakfast or something like that. But what surprised me was this individual stood up and he said, "I'm the recipient of this food. I'm not going to be the object of somebody's competition." And it changed the entire tone of what that became for us. And what he stood up for was his own personal dignity. He went on, he was a starting quarterback for me his junior and senior years. I didn't know he was going to be a quarterback at that time. One of the best leaders I've ever had in the program. When I was on the ground outside the food bank, representing the food bank, especially the past summer with all the flooding that was going on, many of the individuals that came in, they had lost jobs. They had early retirement forced upon them. They were laid off. There were young people that couldn't get hired at the time. I had one gentleman, he brought a rollaway suitcase, emptied the food box into a suitcase, and as I was leaving that day, more than a mile away from where he picked that up, he was just arriving at his home. I had another family that really stuck in my mind. A mother who had a disabled child, a father who was physically challenged. And they traveled all the way out to where we were at to get food on public transportation. That's no easy effort. But I have to ask this question. What is it that the food bank grows? I mean, really, what does it grow? You know that we ship out food. What is it that it grows beyond these walls? The food bank is many things to many people. But the essence of the food bank is that it grows dignity. And without dignity, you don't have community. Community depends upon it. In restoring dignity or providing dignity to others, we make a thriving, viable community. And we need more of that today. We need more of that today. Community depends upon it. Community thrives, it becomes viable, and it reaches beyond here into the Missouri region, into the Illinois region, and those people go beyond that. I've seen different families, neighborhoods, corporations, organizations come out to the food bank, and they form community. They form community. And from that, that's within. That's not outside of here. That's within first. It's what happens outside of here when they go out and they form community. And they bring in their friends and their neighborhoods and the people that they work with. And I've seen many people who come in as volunteers and they leave with a will to do goodness. And that goodness extends far beyond the walls of this building. It goes out into the region of Missouri, it goes into southern Illinois, all these different places that we serve. It raises us up, it lifts us up. And to me, that's the essence of why I'm here.